The lie that we call love. The problem with love is the same that we have in every other part of our life. I want as much pleasure as possible, but trying to keep pain and hurt as small as possible. And this is where the conflict already arises. We want security, but no one can guarantee for it. I never had a serious romantic relationship, but the same phenomena can be observed in any other kind of relationship as long as you pay a certain amount of attention. Have you ever realized how you try to distance and protect yourself from emotional pain, even with people that you have known for years, such as your partner? You never want to open up too much, but only tiny bits of emotions come up to the surface. Maybe you say, I'm honest and share everything with others, but most of the time you only go up to a certain point and then you start to withdraw. Only revealing a little bit here and there, and that's totally fine. I always make sure that no suffering is visible, or at least I try to hide it. But at the same time, I also make sure that no love can arise. Every time being afraid of overwhelming your partner with all those emotions, and maybe also afraid of overwhelming yourself, and also expecting the same from the other side. Let's be honest, we only want to see joy and happiness. You do not want to get confronted with the deepest fears of your spouse. Everyone is keeping their story to themselves, rather engaging in a more physical relationship. It seems to be more comfortable. You don't want to project your own fears onto your partner, but what we mostly do is projecting our own needs onto the other person. I want you to make me happy. I want to be loved. I want to have this sense of security. Maybe those things that I'm talking about don't apply to you and you have a completely different relationship, but maybe you're just not aware of it. Too often I see partners depending on one another but not loving each other. To me it seems like a social exchange. You provide me with something and I will give you something back in return. To be honest, it looks more like trading. Trying to create a balance that can be used as a measure for your self-worth, or as a reassurance, or to be honest, I don't even know for what, because measuring has nothing to do with a romantic relationship as far as I'm concerned. Inviting the girl for dinner but always expecting something else in return, like an investment. And if you think, no, I'm different, I'm better than all the other guys, I don't want anything in return, I truly love her. Do you really want nothing in return? Maybe you still indirectly invest in yourself, that your partner gives you the feeling that you are really different than all the other people. But in the end, you only love your mental self-image, making sure that your perfect representation of yourself doesn't get destroyed. You love your image of yourself, but not the other person. And this is what you're investing in the whole time for years. And in the end, there's the self-projection of two humans, which are in fact only idealistic images of oneself, and those images start to interact, but the actual person behind those images gets stuck, and therewith their love, because it does not transcend this projection. The only thing that transcends is their imaginary love, which in fact is again a simulation, a genuine fake, because love is not bound to anyone or anything. I mean, It looks like a business meeting or a negotiation. Every side tries to get as much as possible out of that contract or meeting. A relationship marked by expectations which are built on fear. And the other person must fulfill those ones. If not, feelings of guilt, jealousy, and obligations may arise. But does it need to be an exchange? Unconsciously, you expect the other person to provide you with something, which implies that you need something. Otherwise, you wouldn't look for it. What are you looking for? Positive emotions? Attention? I think nowadays it's very typical to fulfill one's need of significance and status. You want to be recognized by others, right? Or maybe you just want to be taken care of, but instead of emotionally, rather financially. Do you really want to tie yourself and your needs to another person? Even if you like that person, I mean, making yourself depend on that person? Because if your partner doesn't fulfill your needs, he's the bad one. He's not good enough for you. No, not for you. He's not good enough for your needs. Honestly, I think we shouldn't use other people to fulfill our desires. But whose job is it? I'm not sure whether I'm currently able to love another person to such an extent without having all those boundaries, but maybe you can. Maybe you can try. My name is Till, and this is Till Talk.